So this is the first of our series of What's On in Caulfield and Surrounds, and I'm here with Barbara Hode, who is the president of the Eira Historical Society. Great to be here with you, Barbara.
Thank you.
Barbara, how long has the Historical Society been going?
Well, over 50 years now.
Yeah.
Started in 1972 and very much a grassroots organisation.
Yeah.
So local people decided we needed to collect the history that was disappearing, record some of the old houses, the mansions that were going. I think other suburbs were doing similar things, and Caulfield wanted to do the same. So 72, yeah.
So I know there'd be a lot of people out there who would want to understand a bit of the history of where they live, their area, their suburbs.
Yeah.
So you'd probably get that, people coming here and
all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously more emails now, but
Yeah.
people can drop in because we have a shop front.
Yeah.
We're open on a Tuesday. So we are accessible. People can see us, which is a good thing. And they're always inquiring about their houses. They want photos of the old house. Well, did it have a name even?
Yeah.
Those sorts of things. And so we'd love to get a lot of house photos, even today, from every house in Caulfield, Glen, Eira, if we could.
Well, there's a good shout out, if you've got some stuff that you want to share with the Glen Eira Historical Society, drop in. Now, I'm going to ask you a really hard question. Of everything you've got here, what's the most special item, do you think, to you?
For me?
Yeah.
I'd probably come back a bit to it. There's a box here, and it's the Violet Lee collection.
Yeah.
She was a teacher at McRobb High School, and she was at Melbourne University as well. And they're just her papers. She was a local, she lived in the area, and it looked,
Can we open this? Have a look?
Yeah, have a look, yeah. And I think because of her age, you might go back and think about your parents at that time and how they were at school during this period.
That signify so much about people's lives. And as we grow and as we achieve things and we journey through life, we have them all proudly displayed in our homes, but in many cases, where do they go afterwards?
That's right.
And other people can learn about the life that people had as locals in this area.
Yeah. And we do, in the last few weeks, we have got a couple of boxes like that have come from someone's house. Actually, someone recently sent us a whole box of letters, and I think they're love letters, but we haven't looked at them yet.
There you go.
Like what? With a whole lot of things that
have
came
to come
from
and check
the
out those
family.
love letters. Barbara, there would be many times I know that you've run some important campaigns to preserve. So it's not just the history, but it's also the activism you and the team do here. Tell me some of the most proudest moments you've had in recent times with the Historical Society's work.
Well, probably. The Red Cross Rest House at Caulfield Hospital was really important for us. I mean, that was a World War I rest home for soldiers and a recreation area for them.
And that's so important because people don't realise just how significant that site was. 18,000 people are repatriated through that hospital after the war, and a lot of people then resided in Caulfield because their loved ones were being cared for at the hospital.
And I suppose the other thing's the racecourse you mentioned.
And they're preparing for exhibitions. Caulfield Racecourse is something that everybody knows as part of our area. And so starting up is an exhibition acknowledging racing and the significance to the area.
Yeah, that's right, significance to the area. And we're calling it Caulfield's Racecourse, so, Caulfield own it. So we want to look at the history of, we're doing an oral history, we're interviewing some of the trainers and hopefully jockeys, past jockeys. It'd be just great to get some of the history of the people that worked around in the early days.
So when's that happening?
The exhibition is in October.
Yes.
The oral history is an ongoing project that's just starting.
Yeah, right.
So we've got a historian who's very up with the racecourse to do the interviews for that.
Great. So, if you've got a history or some great story you want to share about the Caulfield Racecourse, please drop in and tell us about that.
That would be really good.
Future projects? So what are you looking at doing in the future?
We're doing a book of 50 years of our historical society, so we're working on that. Going back through the old minutes and records, trying to get a picture of the story of how the society began. Some of the people that were involved were very interesting.
So Barbara, thank you so much for showing us around today. This is absolutely awesome, the fact that we have right in the heart of our area in Caulfield a beautiful volunteer-run organisation collecting history and sharing history. Remember, if you've got anything at home that you'd like to donate, please drop into the Caulfield and Eira Historical Society. And also, if you want to check out information about where you live, the area, then visit online or drop in once again and say hello to Barbara and the team. Thanks again, Barbara.